And she introduces Ligero, who's won titles all around the country and recently added BWE heavyweight silverware to his trophy chest.
He has, and what a worthwhile champion he certainly is. Beating Jason Prime, that was no mean feat.
Not at all. Jason Prime been our champion for the best part of a year, and at one point actually looked like he was going to keep that title indefinitely. He was just beating all comers, but Ligero took him down, and he is now our new BWE heavyweight champion, and he is about to be presented with the title. As you can see, he's coming to the ring with the old title, and I think it might be a case of good old-fashioned swapsies.
Do I get to keep this old one? Can I take that home and just claim?
You can claim to be the undefeated old-style BWE champion, and you will be until you go to the grave, because there'll be no contenders for it, because it's now defunct. And a little bit of a celebration this really, because Ligero, like I say, has been competing in BWE for pretty much since we started, but he worked his way into the title picture and then really took his opportunity at SmashCon. It was a fantastic display.
Ligero, you've got the old belt there. You got the new one.
And there we go, Ligero now officially our new BWE heavyweight champion. Well, I'm not sure that Ligero was expecting necessarily to compete there, but I think money may have changed hands here, because I'm led to believe that Prince Amin, who after SmashCon became our #1 contender, might want a piece of the champ.
I think he does.
Some of the crowd chanting greasy.
He's definitely not popular. To be fair though, if Prince Amin gave me any fist money, I'd support him anyway.
Absolutely. It's all about having principles, and those principles very quickly go out of the money when the green changes hands. The thing about Prince Amin is, like him or loathe him, he won that tournament. By fair means or foul, he sat on the Iron Throne at SmashCon and he became the #1 contender. And I think in his mind, he's coming out here to cash in that #1 contendership job. We will see, but I could be wrong.
I'm surprised he hasn't brought his entourage with him though. Usually quite a heavily protected man.
Yeah, that is quite interesting. Normally you see a couple of people exposed, and let's not forget his bodyguard, Daniel, who seems to be with him all the way. He's conspicuous by his absence.
For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm the richest man in professional wrestling. I am the Prince of Gujarat, India. I am Prince Amin. Let's do it. Shut up. All right, okay, shut your mouth, kid. For those of you that didn't get the memo either, when I come out, you people stand up and show me some respect.
Well, Prince Amin there demanding that the audience stand up. I don't see one person actually get up really.
It's going to be me versus Ligero right now for the title.
Well, it looks like we might have ourselves a championship match here after all. I told you money might have changed hands.
Well, you know what? I'm afraid it's gonna happen. Just not today. Not today. Because you see, I was stretching in the back and I've managed to pull a hamstring.
Oh, Prince Amin's pulled a hamstring, I'm afraid.
The doctor said I'm not physically ready.
You can't have a #1 contendership match if the #1 contender is not ready.
But I'm not the kind of guy that denies all of you a title match.
I think that might be quite a debatable doctor's report there to actually suggest that he's pulled a hamstring, but he's talking about a replacement now.
Is the 400-pound Prince's bodyguard, Daniel Binks.
Well, we did say that Daniel was conspicuous by his absence, but conspicuous no more, because look who's here and look who's going to face El Ligero. And I can't help think, Adam, that this is a long-term plot designed to soften up El Ligero for when that inevitable championship match occurs.
Definitely. Now this is one guy not to be messed with. Every time he's come out, he's destroyed people. He's not a small guy. He's going to dwarf our champion here.
Well, I mean, you talk about a size advantage. In the case of El Ligero, he's going to be quicker, there's no doubt about it, but he's certainly not going to be as strong. And a lot of the high-flying moves, are they going to have the same effect against Daniel Binks? Well, we saw Daniel Binks, of course, at SmashCon against JG Nash, I believe. JG Nash tried everything to get him off his feet, but it never quite happened.
Are we good? Is this match going to happen? Are you really excited? Yeah! Let's go, ring the bell. Ring the bell, come on.
Prince Amin seems to be staying in the corner of Daniel, which gives another slight context to this match.
Certainly does, trying to get the crowd going here for Daniel Binks, but I just can't see that happening. He's not a man to endear to at all.
Well, the crowd have taken an immediate dislike to Daniel, considering he's siding with Prince Amin. That's not surprising. But El Ligero beckons to the crowd and instantly gets that reaction that he wants. So, but he's going to have to hit and move in this match. He can't match power with Daniel in any way, shape or form. Well, that's what he's tried to do, and as you can see, that's not quite panned out for him.
Now El Ligero is incredibly resourceful. He didn't get to be our champion by chance. It'll be interesting to see what ideas he has to get this Daniel Binks off his feet.
I think it's quite obvious what Prince Amin's doing here. He's picking his time, picking his spot. He wants that championship shot, but he's biding his time. So he's sending the big man there to soften him up. But El Ligero, there's some pressure on here. This might not be a championship match, but it's his first match since becoming the champion, and he wants to put in a polished display.
Now it's a good move there. You can't, but once again, you just can't match this man for strength.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He's onto an absolute no-win situation there if he tries to match strength.
Prince Amin still going round the ring, shouting his mouth.
There's a few crowd chants there of Princess and an interesting one of Chicken Pie. I'm not quite sure what that meant there, but I'm not sure I want to know. But maybe it's a Belle Isle thing, I don't know.
See, surely Chicken Pie's a good thing.
Well, it's never a bad thing, and you might say that maybe Daniel's had maybe one too many of those as well, but he hasn't moved from the centre of the ring so far. Very low centre of gravity. And again, I don't know if El Ligero's going for a hip toss or a suplex or what there, but it's not going to happen with a man that size. 400 pounds we're talking about.
Ooh. Great counteract there by El Ligero.
Well, it's the hit and move strategy, the hit and move. But as soon as you go to try and spin someone across the ring, 400 pounds, I can't see it happening. And you know, when Daniel first came here with Prince Amin to BWE, I didn't even know he could wrestle. I didn't even know that. And then we saw what he could do at SmashCon. Well, we're seeing it even more now.
We definitely are, and he's not a man to be messed with at all. Strength, size, he's got everything, this Binks.
Absolutely, he's got everything. He's also, to accompany that everything, he's now got two very sore legs as well. As El Ligero trying to chop down the big man.
He's not trying to pick him up. He's not.
Well, we never got to see what would have happened there with Prince Amin interfering, but if he could have got that 400-pound man up on his shoulders, I, for one, would have been very impressed.
And Prince Amin playing very clever there, distracting El Ligero, so then Binks could take advantage.
Interesting point, of course, is if Daniel was to pull off the victory here, what would that make him as far as contendership goes? His boss is already the #1 contender. Where would that put Daniel?
Well, his boss has demanded this is a title shot. Could he end up with Binks taking the title and then just Prince Amin taking it straight from Binks?
That would, I mean, does he just hand it over? Does he just hand it over? Does he accept a few readies in the back pocket?
referee there, missing interference by Prince Amin. What effect will that have had on our champion? Out of the ring he goes.
Don't know, the audience here getting on the referee's back here. He's being distracted by Daniel as Prince Amin goes to work, and I told you, this is all about softening up the champion.
It's definitely working. Definitely. Cover here.
Yeah, it's a 2 count there, but well, I've been impressed so far by actually. All right, we've got Prince Amin on the outside, but I would say that Daniel has controlled most of this match so far. But he's going for it again, but he can't get it up the back. It's hurting the lower back.
I think that's been softened extensively there by the outside interference by Prince Amin.
And Ligero, a very smart champion, but I don't know how smart the strategy is to actually try and go and put this guy on your shoulders.
I think keeping space between you and Binks is the way to go, but how to get this man off his feet, I've no idea.
Well, he's chopping him down. It's like chopping down the giant redwood. He's chopping him down. If he could get him down to one knee, it would be a start. Oh.
Huge shoulder there, huge.
And every time Ligero starts to build momentum, Daniel Binks has done a very good job of cutting him off. Every time. And I don't know about you, but I was privy to some information recently of just how much Prince Amin pays Daniel Binks to be in his employment, and quite a few zeros on the end of that paycheck.
Well, it's certainly paying off at the moment.
Well, the referee seems to be tying his boot for him. And after yet more liberal interference from Prince Amin, Daniel Binks is back in charge of this match, which, let's be honest, he has been for the vast majority of it.
He has, and I'm getting quite concerned about the status of Ligero's back. It's been extensively softened up here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where all the focus of the attention has been. And he could just be a few power moves away from actually facing defeat in the face. He's up in the lights.
Look at this strength of Binks. Oh, but a knee there.
You think about the actual physical ability it takes to actually control knee someone in the face while you're in a vertical suplex position. That's incredible. And Amin again, but Amin's been caught this time. Amin's been caught in the act this time round. Oh, but straight into a bear hug.
Once again on that soft back of Ligero. I don't know how much he can take of this, if I'm honest.
If there was one place Ligero did not want to be after taking that much punishment on the back, it's right now in a bear hug.
I can't see him getting out of this, but he's refusing to quit. He's saying no.
There's no quitting the champion. There's no way that he will quit. But it's whether he can actually stay with us. The arm's still raised, so the referee can't make the call.
That energy is going. You can see it slowly being sapped out. I can't see how he can breathe properly in this.
Well, the arm's down for 1.
It's not looking good, this.
It's down for 2. All it takes is the 3 and this match is over. But he's still in it. He's still in it. Trying to get the crowd. The crowd responds.
Now, can he get out of this? Big shot to Binks' face. Binks is taking this punishment.
Well, absolutely, it's a form, but a slap round the ears for both there. And now it's Binks who's back, takes a little bit of punishment. Well, Ligero just too quick, just far too quick for him on that occasion. He's on wobbly legs now. Is he going for it again?
He can't.
He's got him up this time, and it's a Samoan drop. He actually got the 400-pound man off his feet, straight into a Samoan drop. That was incredible.
But what has it taken out of him here? He's climbing up once again.
Well, the referee has got to have seen that. The referee has got to have seen that. What's the referee going to do here? He's called for the bell. He's called for the bell. And the referee's called, I think, for a disqualification there.
Prince Amin's just come in. The champion is taking one heck of a beating.
Oh, hang on a minute. What? Hang on a minute. We're going to beat down here. Oh, Sexy Kev.
Sexy Kev's there. He's cleared the ring.
Sexy Kev has come down to make the save for Ligero, and it's a good job he did, because my goodness me, they were stomping all over Ligero. Well, he's asking for a microphone now from Jenny B. And a chant for Sexy Kev starts.
So this is how it is. The two of you can never have a fair fight, can you? You back out of this one, and you're jumping at the end.
Well, Sexy Kev is calling out Prince Amin there.
Hey, that's all for the excuses. You did me last month. You beat me down for our match.
That's true, I did. And I
This
won.
title shot, it was for me. It was for me for the taking.
Well, I'm the #1 contender.
Okay, shut your face.
Well, Sexy Kev, I think we're seeing a little bit of attitude from Sexy Kev that we've not quite seen before, I think.
The BWE management, it seems you don't have a match tonight. So BWE management just told me that tonight, in the main event, it will be Prince Amin versus Sexy Kev.
Wow. Well, that's a turn up for the
And
Bucks.
this time,
Well, the crowd loves Sexy Kev here, and it looks like he's got himself a match with Prince Amin.
and this time, I'm gonna break your face. Because I'm Sexy Kev, and damn I'm sexy.
Well, we have ourselves a main event, and it's a rematch from the finals of the SmashCon tournament final.
It is, and let's see what happens here. So Prince Amin being forced into a match there. I think the BWE management making the correct decision. He can't keep shirking out of these fights.
Absolutely, and to be honest with you, I was very, very dubious about that hamstring injury anyway.
BWE Heavyweight Champion, Ligero!
Well, just as you would expect, a very strong showing from Ligero there. Let's not forget what happened at the end of that match. He got the 400-pound Danny Binks onto his shoulders and went into a Samoan drop. But Ligero leaves with the title still intact, and he'll live to fight another day, and we have our main event for later on, Sexy Kev versus Prince Amin.